Also, the train system for going further out from the city, from the center of Moscow, not the metro, but like towards the suburban areas, those are very efficient as well. You could get anywhere. And I still haven't taken like the Trans-Siberian, the Siberian Railway.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Siberian Railway, and that one is I goes all the way to China, and now it's more modernized. There's bathrooms and stuff. Before you wouldn't be able to like take a shower and stuff for like a long time, and so people were like not keen on it. But I think if you pay a little more, you can. But just going back to the neighborhood trains real quick, like I took a train to St. Petersburg, and it was they literally give you food. It's so nice. There's like bathrooms. You can go walk around. I mean, it's just insane.
Nice,
I mean, we don't have this in the States. We don't have any.
We don't have
like the
like
Amtrak is the closest thing, and it's like not that nice, and it's super expensive. And yeah, and just flying. I also flew. I flew back from St. Petersburg because I wanted to try both methods of transportation. It was very quick, very efficient, just super like no issue. I just haven't had an issue, and I don't see the police. I mean, I see some people that are like part of the, Secret Service. They're around, but they don't mess with people. They don't.
Yeah.
I just haven't seen that at all. And the supermarkets
refreshing.
have shelves stocked. I don't know. People thought like Russia was like, crippling. People are out. Like the malls. I put a video up of a mall, and people were like, "That's fake." I'm like, no, it's real. I haven't seen malls like that in the United States. Like, and I've been to very nice malls in the United States. I've not seen those malls. Like the way they are here are
nicer
insane,
than
and
the
they're
Beverly
huge.
Center and all that. The gum is.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, and that's the thing. Like the other myth is like that Russia is like this commie paradise. No, there's a lot of capitalism here. I mean, there's a lot of love for that. Yeah, and I think that's where the westernization comes from too.
They're starting to, because of the sanctions, it's kind of forced them to do their own innovation with clothing and design and jewelry. And I think that's kind of wonderful in a way, isn't it? To see Russian brands instead of European.
Oh yeah. The innovation is, and the resilience of Russians is very nice. Turning the Starbucks into Stars Coffee, turning the McDonald's into It Tastes Good, period. Or I think that's what it's called, it's Tasty, period. And just turning they're into Russian makeup, Russian clothing, because they don't have access to some of the UK brands and some of the American brands. There's still some European, like Italian and stuff, but as far as like the H&M, Zara, all that, IKEA, they all pulled out. But they, like I said, there's resilience, and people are figuring out ways to make it work and stuff. And yeah, of course, Russians miss like Victoria's Secret and all these other, H&M and all these other brands. But at the same time, is it going to be a make or break you? No. And what's really smart is the way they were able to keep 80%, for example, of the people that worked at the Starbucks stayed to reopen as the other brand, which is Stars Coffee.
Yeah, and I had read that Vladimir Putin gave a boost to pensions and to benefits when they got their surplus, which you're not seeing any of that in the United States or European nations, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think there's a lot of things too, like that are kind of, I think, remains of the USSR. Transportation is extremely it's cheap, sometimes free. And then when it comes to healthcare, that's also like a state type of thing. Obviously, parts of the media are, obviously certain things are, like I said, the things at the airport, some of them, there's like certain sectors that still remain part of like from the Soviet Union era, this idea of that providing for people. And I think that's something that we used to have more of in the United States, right? Like Social Security. I mean, not that we don't have it, but it's pretty much almost going to be non-existent.
No one can live it. Yeah, no one can live on it. Yeah, you can't.
Exactly.
You can't pay
You can't pay your rent on it.
Yeah, I wanted to also mention there's a trip, if you get a chance, because you love architecture, that I was told to take when I go sometime to Russia, which I hope to someday. But apparently there's medieval towns right around Moscow. There's like 5 or 6 where you can go and travel and look at all the medieval, it's pre-Soviet Union even. So it's all these pristine medieval churches and structures and houses. So if you want to check that out, it might be worthwhile. I'll send you the link of the tour of the way that you can do it efficiently. But I wanted to check in with Reade. First of all, I want to thank INN, Independent News Network, for helping me with my podcast. As everyone knows, it was taken down and censored by Google and Spotify, and now it's back up independently because of INN and Indy and Reade. So Reade, thank you, who's doing the producing.